What is going on, guys? It is Arx Guns, and for today I have another cool one for you. And this one is going to be on the Sig P320 X5 Legion framed with the PMM flush compensator. This is their double slit one that's flush comp. And yeah, this thing is an absolute beast. Absolutely amazing firearm, man. To get into this review right over here, remember, we're gonna break it down into three separate subjects. And the first subject is gonna be pretty much a quick specs list, pretty much what do you need to get to this right over here running reliably with everything you're gonna need for it. The second thing is gonna be pretty much reliability, speed, how did it go out there at the range and everything with it. And the last one's gonna be a conclusion to this firearm. And why would you wanna do something like this with everything available in the market? But yeah, man, I absolutely had a blast with this thing. My God, it is flat. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop right into this review. So, what do you need to get this thing set up? Very simple, man. You can actually get any type of frame that you want, whether if you already have a Sig P320 X5 Legion, like I do right here, where it comes with a tungsten infused grip module, or if you have like a Wilson Combat, or if you have any other type of full-size Sig P320 frame, you'll be able to do the setup. Outside of the frame, the next thing you're gonna need is obviously you're gonna need the 3.6-inch slide. For this one, I went ahead and went with and this is the same slide that comes in the Sig P320 RXP X Compact. This is a 3.6-inch slide. It is a nice small thin slide, and with that one you are going to select the Parker Mountain Machine Works JTTC Ultra compensator for the 3.6-inch slide. And ultimately, with the 3.6-inch barrel and the correct one for the compensator, you're going to get this flush comp look on there, which looks absolutely amazing, man. This thing looks absolutely dope. Once I got all those on there, man, threading this on was incredibly easy. It was absolute cake. They have instructions online on their website to get this going on there, which is super easy. I'm not gonna make a video on that because they have great videos on it already, so go check it out to how to install it. But if you already have your P320 X5 or like the frame or anything like that, and you have your FCU as well, obviously, so you have like the whole bottom set up, and you complete it, and you order your slide, you order your PMM compensator and barrel. The last thing you're going to need from there is going to be the DPM recoil springs, and this is for the Sig P320 X5 Legion, and obviously this is for the X Compact RXP model, so I'll put that right up there so you guys can see. You want the one for the RXP model, and this one will come with 3 different weights. I obviously went with the lightest weight available on here, which was the shortest spring, I believe. They're colored, there's like a gold one and a silver one. And there's one that's the lightest one there. You want to go ahead and go with that one right over there, which is what I did. I know there's a couple of different reviews where they said to use the factory guide rod and shoot it all out, and just try whatever works for you. This is ultimately the direction that I went, and it worked for me great. I had not very many issues at all whatsoever, which I'm going to go into right there in performance. But dude, it was absolutely amazing. And with those parts right there, with the frame, slide, the comp, and this, you're able to get this final setup right over here. And this was a big improvement to how naturally the Sig P320 X5 Legion fires. That compensator, not only is it very flat, but it's soft as a blow in your hand big time. This is a major upgrade for the Sig P320. Dude, this is absolutely dope. So for performance, we're gonna go ahead and hop right into reliability on this. And honestly, it was actually pretty reliable. I believe I had a total of like 3 or 4 failures, which at first were just failure to feeds. I had like 1 or 2 or something like that. And then one of them was it came back and it stovepiped. And then I did have one where, and dude, I had to come back and like an entire other range day and go back scavenging around to find this mag and base plate that broke on me. And I'll get into this right over here, what exactly happened to it. And no, I'm not obviously using it again. And yes, I was trying these out, and yeah, I'll tell you all about it. But yes, outside of the base plate, just the gun running on its own, the way it's supposed to be, the barrel in this setup, it was technically, like I said, 2, 3, 4 of them, and there was nothing else. Once the gun was actually broken in, once I got those, and rough, I want to say it was maybe 150 rounds, 200 at absolute most, dude. It started absolutely feeding everything absolutely easily. I mean, it was just going, it was just, at that point, it was literally running smooth as butter. And man, dude, this thing is insanely flat. It was incredibly impressive. This was actually very reliable for pretty much all the aftermarket stuff you have to kind of go with to get this going. It was very reliable, like I said, outside of those 3 or 4 minor issues. Right after the breaking period, which was like 150-ish rounds, right around there, maybe 200, dude. This thing started running like absolute butter. It was a pleasure, man. It wasn't very long to get it to. It didn't take me very long to get this to break in. Jesus, excuse me. Once I got it broken in, dude, it was very reliable. I did not have any other issues at all whatsoever outside of these right here. And it ran flawlessly. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop right over to speed. So for speed, the Sig P320 with that shorter slide and comp setup, man, was frigging fast. You can tell that shorter slide being lightweight with the compensator in this setup, man, just reciprocates that slide much quicker. It was just boom, 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 being able to go off with it. I'm going with the agency arms trigger over here that I have as well, that you can see also was an improvement as well. That how it being flat in the way that it feels and how it takes off is much better than the factory trigger that it usually comes with, because it's very mushy, to be totally honest with you. This one is still kind of mushy, unfortunately, and I'll give you guys a little showing over here real fast so you can check this out. So this is the trigger right there. I am at the wall right now, and there's still some mush, but then there's the brake, which is a little crisper, and here's reset, which is a little bit long, but not too long, and then you're back at the wall right here, and then brake. So it is better. It's not like the best trigger, and be totally honest with you, but it is much better. And because with these upgrades and a shorter slide, dude, this thing was able to take off. I mean, I was able to hit one shot over here, and just go back and forth, one shot. I was able to do like 2 shots, 2 shots, 2 shots, 2 shots. And dude, I was getting all those within an A and B zone. And dude, it was absolutely easy. I have another shot where I'm kind of using the triangle view to look to the red dot, so you can kind of see if I'm firing, like how that recoil is looking. And as you can see, it is looking absolutely flat. I was just kind of trying just to shoot out at like a blank area, so you can kind of, like I said, I'm trying to get you to get that view. And dude, it was very flat. It was very easy to hold that red dot in the window. And man, I was just absolutely impressed with it. This was a very fast gun. And then not only that, through that entire experience after the breaking period, it was incredibly reliable. So yeah, I absolutely love this thing. This is a must upgrade. And for accuracy, man, it was incredibly accurate. I had absolutely no problem out there hitting steel, and I was sitting back at like 10 to 15 yards, and I was hitting steel left and right. I was hitting these smaller targets, which I was trying to get in camera view, but I couldn't get it well. It doesn't show up, dude. But it was ultimately those small little targets that I used. I kind of set up on the paper like a top and bottom, dude. And I was railing right inside that red target. No problem with the Parker Mountain Machine Works barrel and compensator system. This is very accurate. Dude, I mean, yeah, I was just able to hit everything. It wasn't no problem. And to be honest with you, setting this thing up with the SRL is like almost a must. It is, this thing is super dope, man. But yeah, I had an absolute blast. It was also very easy to get accuracy down on 2 shots. I'm coming in, and I'm not just talking about like the accuracy of the barrel, because the barrel's incredibly accurate. I'm also talking about like my accuracy. I was very easy to able to get those multi shots in at those targets with this setup right here. It was a very accurate gun. I had an absolute blast shooting it. But that'll be everything for performance right there, man. And let's hop right into this conclusion. If you like this review today on the Sig P320 with the PMM comp, man, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe. I'm trying to continue to grow my channel to 10,000 subscribers, and I need your guys' help. Do that, man. I don't make any money off of this. I strictly get tingly inside when I see your guys' likes, comments, and subscribes. So go ahead, man, help a brother out and hit that like and sub and blow me up. I don't know, just help me out. Thank you, guys. So for my conclusion, I was incredibly happy with it. Ultimately, why would you want to do something like this to your X5 Legion? The X5 Legion is already perfect the way it is. And to be totally honest with you, the X5 Legion is pretty amazing the way that it is, in all honesty. That the X5 Legion slide with that setup that I had with springer positions with the irons forward is an absolute beast. Yeah, why would you want to switch from something like that to this? And ultimately, again, man, is the compensator. Like, this thing makes your gun so much flatter and so much softer. Like, why wouldn't you want to go to this, to be totally honest with you? Like I said, I don't compete with this gun. This is a gun that I have for fun. I've had it for a while. It was one of my older guns, you know what I mean? It was one of the first, like, to me, higher end guns, because I think the X5 Legion's an absolute beast of a gun. And yeah, I wanted to upgrade it. I wanted to switch it up and do something different with it. And this is the direction that I ended up going, man. I'm absolutely happy with it. I ultimately did all the stuff on this by myself. I did all the trigger work, all the stuff on it, stippling everything. And now it's not perfect, but it is mine, and I love it. This thing is fast. I had an absolute blast with it. And let's say, how flat is this thing? Is it really as flat as this? So is the P320 X5 Legion frame with that JTTC double slit comp flat like an XC? My genuine opinion. And almost, it is incredibly flat. Actually, it's not as flat as the XC, but it is incredibly flat. It is very, very close to the Staccato XC. The one place where I'll say the Staccato XC starts to get behind is when you start going into speed and those follow-up shots, because the trigger setup and everything for this is so crisp. Follow-ups and backup shots right after that are much, much faster with this one. This one can be just as flat, but coming up with the follow-ups are not as smooth as Staccato, and ultimately making the Staccato better. But this thing is a competitor, and to be totally honest with you, this is a fraction of the price of this, and you're getting a ton of performance with it. But this is why I went with this setup, because you are ultimately getting super high-end performance, flush compensator performance, like something like this, but at a much cheaper price. This entire setup right over here literally costs no more than, and this is on the higher end side, $2,500. This can be built out of, with, I'm telling you, this can be built right here with like $1,800, $1,900. And it is not much for the type of performance that you're getting with this thing, because this thing is flat, man. You're not going to be able to have every exact thing, but to pretty much get this setup going, it can most definitely be done. And this would be super duper flat. This is something you can go out and take and compete if you want to do. If you want to go out and everybody has one of these and you have one of these, you're going to be right up there shooting with them, because it is flat, man. It is flat. And again, like I always say, under the right hands, these are, you know, you already know, man, the right shooter can make these look amazing. So yes, my conclusion for this gun was incredibly positive. This thing is super flat. The PMM compensators are absolutely worth it. Dude, they're performers. What can I say? I have another PMM comp right over here as well, and another review that I'm gonna be doing, which is the Shadow Systems XR920 with their PMM compensator. This is the Peanut Butter Dream with that FD Hollow Sun. So yeah, PMM comps are flat, man. I'm getting a lot of accuracy out of this one as well, because I've been shooting this one around, and these are 2 PMM comps that I have now, and PMM is doing amazing stuff with their products, man. So go over there and check them out. But that'll be everything right there for the Sig P320 X5 Legion with a PMM comp. If you guys like these videos, man, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. I'm trying to continue to grow my channel. Man, every time you guys hit like, subscribe, you guys comment, I feel all tingly inside, and I just feel great. It makes me want to keep going. So please go ahead and blow me up, guys. Help a brother out. I don't know. I keep telling you guys to figure it out for me. If you're watching a video, hit like, subscribe. What does it do for you? It doesn't do much for you, and it helps me out a great ton. So yes, I appreciate that, guys. You guys have a good one, and stay safe.